Hi everybody, Denise FARQUHARSON here. I hope I can pick you up from here. I have decided to come outside and do my session today because I've been working outside for, let's see, probably connected. I hope I haven't messed it up. We'll see. Denise FARQUHARSON coaching here. I am a coach for you to help you transform your challenges into success, and we are doing summer in Rome, and it is now day 14. 14 days of absolute nuggets of information, motivation to help you stay on track on a daily basis for your personal development. And each day is filled with something amazingly different, actually. I'm quite surprised at myself that I'd actually... I was finding things in the verses of Romans chapter 12, which has 21 verses, and in it I was even finding that some of the verses were actually had 3 or 4 things, so I couldn't just do a live on one point. It just wouldn't work. So I tried to mix it up as much as I possibly could, and even today's verse is really quite short, and it just simply says, bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. It's as simple as that. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. And I thought, okay, so which bits of those should I actually help them with their personal development? And at the moment, the niche that I work in is with corporate Christian women, and I'm absolutely loving that the way that we consider Christian principles, biblical principles versus corporate principles are actually really helpful for us to think about how we apply ourselves to help our corporates absolutely make money, get jobs done, meet their program milestones. It's so important that we just work together to do it, and I can help you do that using lots of emotional, intelligent coaching about transformation and leadership. So that's what I'm all about. So I'm not going to keep you too long today. I'm just going to give you a very quick 5, 10, 15 minutes. It depends on your answers to my questions. But I want you to think about bless them which persecute you and bless and curse not, because it's not something that we should be doing. And the reason I say that is because what is a blessing? Because sometimes people will look at you and say hello and, just excuse me a second. I've got something in my eye. There we go. I think I'm okay now. There we go. So people will sometimes say something to you and you will say, bless them. What does bless actually mean? It actually means to impart joy on someone, impart benevolence or happiness towards someone else rather than all onto you. You are blessing someone else, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you've given them something that's physical and tangible, but you're giving them something that is a blessing to them. So have you ever blessed somebody? Not just when they sneeze, all right, but to genuinely say, bless you, or God bless you, or let there be a blessing on you. And sometimes when you bless them which persecute you, then sometimes that is so much harder to do. I know it is, but it's so worth it. Reason being, you may not necessarily feel persecuted when you're actually in a business or a corporate workspace, but you may well feel annoyed. And I've got some examples actually of some of the things I thought about where I've been in a corporate situation and I have felt totally annoyed, not necessarily persecuted, but very, very annoyed at particular team members or managers or leaders. And it just makes you... Anybody ever felt like that at all? If you're watching this on replay, #replay, let me know. Have you ever had a leader or somebody in your team that you feel as if you're being persecuted or annoyed by them? I don't want names. Please don't give me any names. But is this a genuine problem? And I think it probably is, actually. And the reason I say that is because there will always be people like that in your life. It's how you handle them that really will stretch you and enable you to be a better leader, a better team member, and a better colleague. Let me just see if Hi Emma, how you doing? Lovely to see you. So I want you to think about that. So bless them and those who persecute you. Bless and curse not. So the persecution or the annoyance that we feel sometimes might be down to quite a few things. So you might have somebody in your team who is really, really quite negative. What do you do about those? How often do you walk away? How often do you blank them out and don't even bother listening anymore? You've got some people in your team who may well be acting as if they are always the victim. And sometimes they may need someone to actually talk to, and a conversation needs to be had, because it may well be something deeper that's affecting them from a workspace that you could probably help them with. And then there's always the one who is, they'll help you do the job, but they never necessarily finish the job. I've had that, yeah? Has that ever happened to you where they, oh yes, I will definitely help you complete that project, and lo and behold, they go off and do something else. Start well, but they don't finish. Or there is always someone in the team, or maybe even a team leader, who is critical, always criticising, and that's not always great either. So have you had those situations in your corporate space or your business space? And then, there's always things that you can do that even if you don't necessarily, and especially now where you can't necessarily be in a workspace, some of you still, because of the COVID situations, there are some things that you can do to absolutely enhance the situation where you can be blessing your co-workers, blessing your managers, blessing your people who you work with, your business team, blessing your community, your business area, much, much more than we actually realise. So here's some examples actually that I went searching for in my head, what sort of things do I do? So there can be some things that you can do where you could arrive early at the workplace and you could be praying and covering every co-worker in prayer, every colleague in prayer, the leaders in prayer. And that's a powerful thing to do, because then you are almost pouring out joy and pouring out happiness and benevolence and kindness in blessings on your colleagues. Another one could actually be that every single day you decide who you are going to encourage. Now this can be done whether we are virtual or face-to-face. So let's start a campaign of doing that. Making a note of, okay, this morning I will encourage this particular person in my business, or this particular person in my team, or my manager, and just really encourage them and show them some gratitude for the work and the competencies that they show. And also, if you have another way of blessing someone is, just showing up for their birthday, for instance, and letting them know you care and sending them a message or a card or whatever it is that how you show your blessing, then just do that as well. Because sometimes, these simple little things are a good way to bless them who persecute or annoy you. Bless them, and no cursing. Cursing is diminishing, destroying, and it's not something that we would want to do to anybody. No matter how hurt we are, no matter how impacted we are by some of the things that they might have said or annoyed us with, it doesn't help if we curse, because actually that takes us into a deeper state of unforgiveness, and it doesn't help the situation where you're working together and you are in a cursed situation. So I hope that helps really with any questions that you might have had in your mind about blessing and cursing. Keep that in mind. A blessing isn't always just saying, I bless you, but actually you are imparting joy and happiness to someone. And even if you don't feel as if you have been persecuted, at least you are probably, like me, familiar with being annoyed. And by being annoyed, it means then that you've experienced it, and you then know that actually if they are a victim and negative, if they are starters and finishers, and if they're critical as well, then they may well be not the most amazing people to work around. But you've got to find a way to be able to do that, and I'm just giving you some tips and techniques of how to do that, all right? I hope that helps. I am looking forward to catching you for day 15. Gosh, we're at the other side of the fence now, in terms of we're halfway through this 21-day program, and I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know below some of your best bits out of today's session. Which bits resonate with you? What are you going to do differently? And are you going to continue blessing? Or are you going to continue cursing? Which one? All right, so Emma's just said yes here. Yes, absolutely. You've experienced this. I bet you have. I bet you have. Okay, so this is me, Denise, FARQUHARSON Coaching. Lovely to be with you. I hope you've enjoyed some of the lovely weather with me. I didn't want to get back inside the building, so I decided to stay outside and do this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's not been too noisy for you, that you can pick up all the tips and use them. So let me know below. #replay. Take care. Bye-bye.